Hey, going to take a helicopter ride today here in Sedona. And I have the A7RIII.
Dave?
There's Gordon.
Let me put my coat on.
Gordon from Camera Labs right here, guys.
It's all going to be all right.
Yes, it is. And it was at this moment I realized how lucky and blessed I am to be able to do this for a living.
Part of their believe how they came into this world, their immersion story.
So we arrived in one of my favorite places on earth, Sedona, Arizona. And we were going to test shoot the A7R Mark III.
Open your hearts.
In various locations throughout Sedona. We started with a little meditation, a cleansing with sage, because Sedona is a very, very spiritual place. In certain parts of Sedona, you can feel this energy. It's real, it's physical, and it's an amazing, amazing place. I was so excited to head to Sedona. We started out in one of my favorite places, Oak Creek Canyon. Hey guys, this is Steve Huff at SteveHuffPhoto.com. I'm here today in beautiful Sedona, Arizona, a place I visit often, at least 2 or 3 times a month. But today I'm here with Sony to test out the new A7R Mark III, which is turning out to be a pretty phenomenal camera. I have it right here. And I've been shooting it here at the Canyon with the 16 to 35 f2.8, but I slapped on the Voigtlander 40mm 1.2 for a few shots because I'm actually in love with this lens, and on this camera it's phenomenal, just as it is on the A9. I was doing some video tests as well with the A7R III, and man, I thought it was like 80% the autofocus speed of the A9. It's more like 90% of the autofocus speed of the A9 with video. The 16 to 35 G Master on this camera is stunning for video work. Other than that, the camera is beautiful. If I had to recommend a Sony camera today, at any cost, any price, if your budget is unlimited, I would say the A7R Mark III is the best all-arounder to get for so many reasons. So let's start off with the A7R Mark III. It's a beautiful camera. I mean, there's tons of reviews coming out. You can read what everybody thinks of it. Basically, it's an A7R II on steroids. This image was shot with the Voigtlander 40 f1.2 wide open at f1.2. Gorgeous color and rendering. I shot this model in Sedona. Sony had it set up, and I'm sure you'll see many with her and other models when other reviews start hitting. But the A7R III, just like the A9, is fast, responsive, has an incredible performance all the way around. It may not be a perfect camera for everyone, but if you want high resolution, really good color performance, amazing high ISO, and really fast speed with that high resolution, the A7R III, in a smaller size than any DSLR, though the good lenses are large, I admit. But look at the rendering of this Voigtlander here. I just am in love with this lens. It may be my favorite lens right now for Sony, but I prefer, or I don't say I prefer, but I really love manual lenses. But we're going to get into here is this one next up is shot with the 16 to 35 G Master. We were out in the desert with a couple of bikers, and it was kind of warm out. I got a little sunburn, but it was fun. It was well worth heading out there. And this is one of the bikers here. She was very, very nice, and she asked us, you know, if there was anything we wanted to have her do, and she obliged, and it was a great experience. But shooting these bikers with the A7R III, I used continuous autofocus. Now we're just going to show you a leaf. I wanted to show you this. These are all out-of-camera JPEGs, by the way. And I just wanted to show you the out-of-camera color in a JPEG. Beautiful the way it handles light and color. Again, this one's the Voigtlander 40F1.2. Now I don't remember where I was at because I don't write these or script these. So I'll just pick up. This is a reflection in the water. I was trying to do an abstract kind of thing. I kind of like the way it came out. This was probably with the 24 to 105. But the A7R3 is a huge step up from the A7R2 in almost every area. I've gone over it before. The battery life, the EVF, the speed, the dual card slots, the addition of the joystick on the back that so many people love, including myself. The EVF is wonderful in the camera, and while I find the color in the EVF to be a little cold and lower saturation, I believe you can set that up in the menu. Now the menu system of the A7R3 is vast and expansive, not my cup of tea, but the good news is once you set it up to your liking, you can pretty much forget it unless you want to use a special mode. Now I was able to use the camera for a couple of days. This is still not my full review though, believe it or not. I need a camera for at least 2 weeks to be able to give it the full review treatment. So look, this image here is a full-size out-of-camera JPEG from a helicopter at ISO 1000. You can download this image at stevehufffphoto.com and you will be amazed at the quality of the out-of-camera JPEG from the 24 to 105 in A7R Mark III. This one is also in Sedona at another really cool spiritual location. Again, I think I used the Voigtlander here for this image. I just love that lens. But I did use the 100 to 400, the 24 to 105, and the 16 to 35. I will have more images over at stevehufffphoto.com in my extended hands-on look at the A7R Mark III. Sony is doing amazing things within digital imaging today. Here we are about to approach 2018. Can you believe that? It's freaking almost 2018. Time flies. I've been doing camera reviews for 10 years and it never gets boring. It never gets old. I love my job. Where else can I do what I love in beautiful scenic locations with fantastic cameras? The technology we have today is unreal. I wish I had a time machine. I'd go back to the 1970s with a Sony A7RIII or an A9, you know, like a Leica M10, a few other cameras, and blow people away with what the future holds for photographers. But it's a lovely day, it's a lovely time, and life is good, my friends.